You are officially classified as a second felony offender. Your parole date was 10/17/24. Your good time date is 4/20/28. Full term date is 8/3/2030. You had a total sentence of 13 years and 2 months for the offenses of third degree rape and possession of alprolazam and probation technical felony. Mr. Johnson, while we have you there, did he complete his sex offender treatment? I see he did 1 and 2.
He has not technically completed yet, but he is going to finish on the 28th of this month. There's really nothing stopping him at this point. He's going to graduate.
Okay, Mr. Howell, first off, tell us what you did to get yourself put in prison and why do you think you're ready for release today?
I had slept with my friend's mother, and I really didn't recognize that it was wrong at the time, but I do know that it was wrong now. And I apologize to the woman's daughters. I was actually friends with one of her daughters, and her other daughter worked for the DA in Cleveland Parish, and she's the one that pressed charges on me. So I know what I done was wrong. I regret it. And I feel like I've paid for my.
Okay, and why do you think you should get out? Think you paid for your time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how old was the victim in this case at the time of the offense? Do you know about?
In her 70s.
Okay. And I just want you to note for the record that the victim's family is strongly opposed. Everyone that we spoke to in the family is opposed. You know, and she had to go to a nursing home after this event. Do you kind of realize now what kind of trauma you caused this lady?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you ever took victim awareness?
Victim awareness.
Here, let me help you answer that question. For people in his program, we have a version of victims awareness for sex offenders. It's called empathy and awareness, and he has taken that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have no further questions.
Mr. Howell, the classes you're taking now, what are you learning from them? Can you tell me something about it?
We took stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4 on risk management. And then I've done completed mass and empathy and awareness and living in balance.
Which one is impacting you the most? What did you learn from it?
The risk factors, the risk management.
What'd you get out of that?
I learned that you can't be in denial, and you know, ain't no use in trying to justify nothing that you've done wrong, you know. And I take responsibility for my actions, and sorry for what I've done.
Okay, I have no questions.
Okay, let me ask you, what you say, it's kind of interesting. You said at the time you didn't know it was wrong, but you know it was wrong now. What kind of condition was this 70-something-year-old lady in?
She had a disability.
What kind of disability?
What do you call it?
Was it mental?
Alzheimer's.
Okay. So you knew she couldn't give consent because she wasn't capable of that. Is that correct?
Yes.
In what world could you not have realized that was wrong?
I wasn't thinking.
Was him using
Okay, were you on drugs or anything, or
Yes, sir.
what kind of drugs?
Hydrocodone and somas.
All right. Have you taken some substance abuse classes?
I've took AANA at Cleveland Parish and Celebrate Recovery. And I took mass here.
Okay. That's all I've got.
How long have you been incarcerated?
11 years.
And you're serving a 13-year sentence?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No other questions, Mr. Freeman? I think it's your vote.
Okay, first off, none of your good time is on your record. So I'm not sure whether maybe you can't, no, you gotta earn it because you got a good time date. So I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they hadn't got into time comp yet. But we need to make sure all those classes are completed, especially substance abuse and pre-release. At this time, we need to talk to the victims. Ms. Patricia Gross, we'd like to hear what you have to say.
Okay. I mean,
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, first off, when he said that I worked at the DA's office and I'm the one that had him arrested, that's not the case. So again, he's blaming me for what his actions were. He done this himself. The cops were called. The cops is the ones that arrested him. The DA's office itself didn't have anything to do with this. And we turned it over to the Attorney General's office to prosecute. So no, I did not have anything to do with him being arrested. My mother was not in her 70s. She was 80 years old, and she had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's for about 3 years prior to this happening. Yes, she was living at home by herself. I had a sister living there with her at the time, but we didn't expect her to stay there 24/7. And yes, he might have been a friend of the other sister, but that still didn't give him the right to sleep with my mother that had Alzheimer's, that couldn't even remember who he even was. Did he know who I was? So no, I'm not going to take that he's blaming me still for this right here. He has wrote me many, many, many letters before he got incarcerated, telling me that my mother asked for it. No, she did not. So that's really about all I have to say right now.
Hey, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate that.
Okay, is Miss Cindy White there with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Cindy, what do you have to tell the board?
I'm so angry because we were taking care of her at home. We had been taking care of her at home. After this was done to her, we had to put her in the nursing home. To us, that sentenced her death right there. And she was my best friend. I would go pick her up. We would go get ice cream and go riding. I feel like even with her having Alzheimer's, I could have continued to do that for a few more years and enjoy life with my best friend. I cry every day for her, even after 5 years. I would like to know why, but I won't ever get that answer. Why did he do this?
Okay, Ms. White, I have just one question for you.
Yes,
You
sir.
knew him. Did he know your mother had Alzheimer's since you had
Yes,
been
sir.
known?
He most certainly did. We knew his dad. I know his brother. They are great people. He knew she had Alzheimer's.
Okay, yes,
And
he's.
it would be like he would come in her house during the day when he knew Pat was at work and I was probably on the road because I drove a truck.
Mhm.
He never went in at night, but it was during the day that he would go in and do whatever he did to her. And she would tell me, she would cry and tell me, I can't do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I had to live with, did he just leave out of her house? Had he just finished pleasuring himself off of her and her not knowing and not and her hurting?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I got you. Appreciate y'all joining us today. I know
Thank y'all.
very, very hard. Okay, I'm ready to vote when y'all are.
Ready?
Okay, due to him knowing the state of the victim and he only got a 13-year sentence on a horrific charge, my vote today is to deny. And victim opposition.
I concur with Mr. Freeman.
Okay, and I concur with Mr. Freeman. The time is 9:36. Your parole has been denied.
Considering the facts of this case, is the 13-year sentence appropriate? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe for new videos every week.